What up? What up?
We in the house, man. We just it's our first time going live. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to kind of address this at all angles. You know what I'm saying? It's not right if you picking up a fan base and you ain't on live yet. What's up with it, Lou? How was your day?
That shit was cool.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's
so
up.
this nigga the tipster.
The tipster.
This nigga the
That's
tipster. Tipster. That's crazy. My Mike Tyson boys, the tipster. They say T.I. Well, T.I. said he told on his dead cousin about a gun case they called together.
Okay.
And some people are saying they knew it. It's lined up with his character. I don't know, man. Shit was just funny. But it was time to compare it to Terrence, I can't remember his name,
Baby's brother?
Yeah, they're trying to compare it to that. But I heard a few arguments where it wasn't the same thing. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your take is.
Yeah. So, me personally, if I get into my take on snitching, I just want to say that.
We talking about T.I. though. We ain't talking about this in general.
But what's the?
We talking about T.I. You a gangster. You feel me? That's your persona.
Right.
Why is it?
I want to just start by saying this right here, man. Like, the definition of snitching falls more or less under the rules of if you do a crime with somebody and you tell on them for your own personal gain, then you are a snitch.
So T.I. snitched.
With that being said,
He told on the nigga that he was good.
when that happened,
Yeah.
so that means that T.I. is a snitch.
Now, it is a lot of people, for instance, King Yella, who said it's people I've seen. AD said if he died, put all the guns in the city on him.
I'm about to add to that because
I see everybody's view though and understanding.
Me personally, if I and Lord forbid, but if I pass away, I don't even give a fuck if I did anything wrong. If you can put it on me, do it. Why? Because nigga, go be free. You know what I'm saying? Like
even murders.
Go be free.
Okay, so
go be free because.
No, I didn't understand the murders because they saying that your family can get retaliated against.
Now, with that being, the proper logistics have to come with that, but meaning like you moving people out. Don't be a gangster halfway. I'm saying you moving people out of where they from, all sorts of stuff like that. Don't just sit there and just put stuff on people and you ain't got no backup for them for your own personal gain. That just makes you a scumbag. You know what I'm saying? But if I tell you, look, bro, I know you did this. I'm on my deathbed, man. Put all that on me. Tell them I was there. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you to record the other half of the conversation, be saying some bullshit like, man, that one shit we did. I don't know. But, man, go ahead and turn it into the people, man. I'm about to.
Yeah, he ain't turned no information in. He just told.
Basically turned it into information.
He did, but he ain't turned in no confession from another man.
Did we get, that's what I was going to say right there. Did he actually do anything? Like the cousin?
The cousin died.
And he was there.
When they caught the gun case, they was together.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen arguments with people saying that even if it was a motherfucker alive, that T.I. probably would have told on him too.
We can't say that he would because he didn't do that.
He told though, we can say that.
Now that part is the part of the game where
it's clips where T.I. saying that he don't leave no statement, he ain't never made no statement to the police and this and the third, but at the same time this pops up and it's not like it just popped up and somebody put it out there. The T.I. is the one that put it out there,
right,
on Expeditiously podcast.
Right.
Now, I don't think that what really I think is the point is do people care? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I can see the point of view from both perspectives.
Right.
And it don't have nothing to do with me, but we live in this world where everybody wants to have answers to certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Or everybody has an opinion and they want one side to be right. I think this is the instance where it really don't fucking matter. It was a gun. The cousin is not here. I don't know if he did tell T.I. He could tell him.
Man,
that's what seems too convenient for me.
I think
you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Because even when I listen to Terrence Gangster Williams interview, he ain't say my partners told me if I. You know what I'm saying? He just gave his spiel about his deal. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think I could have respected a little bit more if T.I. just said it. But again, that's the way he wanted to put it out there. So shit, he must didn't think motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Like I said, I don't think I give a fuck. But it's coffee conversation. It was the first thing I woke up to today when I looked online after saying thank God. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? T.I. missed it. Like, nah, what? It's crazy. So I don't know, but
I think that we should like.
Let me ask you this. Can I ask you this?
I'm listening.
On Jeezy's last album, he had a song called "He Can't Buy." It's called Street Cred.
Right.
He's saying he can't buy nothing with no street cred.
Jeezy said you can't buy nothing with no street cred.
He was saying in the song he can't buy no house with no street.
That's
cred.
what Jeezy said.
You can't buy all these things with no street cred.
Okay.
So my question is even with drill music now, with rappers telling on themselves, is gangster rap not a thing anymore? And
yeah.
Is it all about clout rap now?
I think gangster rap has been washed out of the window.
I mean, you know, Jeezy still did well. Nas still does well.
Well, Jeezy also just said, as you just said, that you can't buy nothing with clout. I mean, with.
And that is true.
So
but he said on the same album, he said he was having motion.
Well, it's those two things can be true at once.
You know what I'm saying? My point is the album still sounds street and it's for the streets, but
right.
He's still giving you a new lesson. Get your shit together on the legitimate side of things. Because Nas even had a song on his new album saying, "Who would have thought I'm legit now?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
These guys are telling you, they're not glorifying the street shit and the extra problems. They're just telling you now that, you know what I'm saying, that you have to, I guess, reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Look at things in a different way.
I think that whole street moniker stuff is out the window.
But what's more popular now? Is it the rappers telling on themselves?
I think wildness is the most popular thing. I think because with the wildness comes
the shock value that comes.
The shock value, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw something a little bit earlier, even before you even told me about this. Right. Somebody was playing the 10 Crack Commandments, and the guy was sitting there listening to it like this, and he said, "Wow,
everybody from before."
No, he said that, wow, everybody from this generation just violated all the 10 Crack Commandments, like from everything from 1 to 0 to 10. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as putting it out there that you do this, that you do that, and the other. Like one thing is when you a street dude, you're supposed to be sworn to some type of secrecy, and even if they know you that, they not supposed to know your business. And everybody knows everybody's business nowadays.
Because motherfuckers be wanting people to be. Motherfuckers be wanting to get that credit. They be wanting that instant gratification.
Yeah.
Like that motherfucker go buy a strap and then gotta show everybody they got the
I got a strap.
Motherfucker be trying to get, I don't know, you don't get no check from that shit.
You don't get no, Jeezy was right again. You know and let's go back. This
can't
guy did not take the stand and say nothing to nobody about nobody.
Man.
But Troy Ave was right when he said this, 2017 or 18, excuse me if I'm wrong, but 2017 18, he said the streets is a myth.
I mean, he paid for them words too, though.
He paid for the lawyers.
Them words.
How you mean that?
They riddled that motherfucker with them bullets.
Yeah, but he ain't telling nobody.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying he got riddled with bullets after he said that shit.
So he was right. The streets is a myth.
No, the streets is actually real. It's motherfuckers that's playing in them are modulating the rules.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like
you modulating the rules. So whatever you now, I do agree with Troy Ave when he said the streets is a myth.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, but what he didn't say what aspect is a myth. I think that Troy Ave was feeling bitter about not having that support once he went through his thing. You know what I'm saying?
I also see it from the perspective of him saying that the street rules that we all, that I would say the old heads abided by, the generation before abided by, are dead now. And I find that to be true.
They are, but they not.
I find that to be true too.
You know what I'm saying? Like you playing in the streets, and if you play well enough, them rules still apply in certain areas.
That's a big fact. I'm not gonna take that away.
But if you playing in them on some Tekashi shit, sheesh, that shit don't apply.
Yeah.
So it's whatever you can get away with nowadays. It seems like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for like I said, nobody put the video out on T.I. T.I. is his video. Like we talked about the baby a few weeks ago, and he's bullied people into like, you better not talk about it. Like you on video, my G. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And looked like he wanted to fight Math.
It looked like he wanted to fight Math on that one, man. Let's keep it funky. That's what nobody is saying.
How you want to fight
right
a nigga, or you want to show any aggression when you're on video? Not just saying that some nigga shot at you, because I get that as a CPL motherfucker, you may have to say, I got in the shootout.
Yeah.
But you never say you knew them or they stole a car. Like,
now, I do want to ask.
Yeah.
Do we know definitively if he said who the people were?
It don't matter. He said they stole a car.
He said
they had nothing to fucking do with no shooting.
I heard him say that.
You know what I'm saying? So once you say that, now you crossed in the, you feel me? Because like I said, you have a certain responsibility if you do hold a license.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You have that pistol for a reason. It's for your protection. You ain't out here wilding, then you gotta bust a nigga down and sit there and wait on the police. Probably gotta call them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get it, but being a nigga that's trying to go legit, you still have to have a certain code about yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know who the fuck that was shooting at me, but I had to shoot back. Maybe that should have been the way you approached that.
Yeah, he did get a little bit technical and told a little bit more than he was supposed to.
Bullets came my way, I returned them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who it was, I just know I seen my man get bust down.
But when you see everybody seeing them steal the car, and like, listen, so you want everybody else to get subpoenaed?
And I want to make this clear right here, man. This is a street moniker people are living by, and
this the same dude that want to beat people up in designer stores.
Listen, man. We do know anybody who came into his space got bust down, whether it was a guy hopping over his fence, whether it was a guy in the Walmart, whether it was a guy trying to invade his personal space where he had to put hands and feet on him. Mm-hmm. And I respect that as a man. Don't ever let nobody get into your square, your circumference.
Yeah.
But I do also understand.
Don't agitate it.
Right. I'm not gonna tell the authorities who you were and put you in jail. I already gave you a beating. I already put it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be that guy. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that they say about gangsters is you're not even supposed to put your worst enemy in prison. But I don't know. I'm just a guy.
One thing I learned about gangsters is everybody got their own goddamn rules, man.
What's real to him is not real to her.
You know what I'm saying? Reality is a motherfucker because it's like virtual reality before the Oculus or whatever the fuck that shit is. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what reality you're in until the consequences hit you.
Yeah.
You can be doing some shit that's cool in your reality, but you crossed over to somebody else's, and now you getting shot at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't know it was some fucked up shit. But my question to you is, what do you think Boosie is gonna do moving forward? Is he gonna put the project out? Is he gonna do the reality show with T.I.?
Yeah, I still think so.
Even though he said what he said about
I still think so.
Terrence Williams.
I still think so. The reason why is because T.I. doesn't have that much. I'm gonna put it like this.
Even though T.I. did the Crime Stoppers, got on stand.
Boosie already knew about Crime Stoppers.
Listen, he got on stand.
Boosie knew about that.
In Ohio. And he said he told him his cousin about this pistol.
Boosie knew.
That's three things.
That last thing, I don't know.
My nigga.
But everything else
You do know
sounds
that.
worse. Everything else sounds worse than I told him a dead person. I'm just gonna keep it
It do, but that's three things.
So Boosie was already gonna put this. He was already. We ain't seen it yet. So that might be the reason why they have not put it out yet.
Let me ask you this.
But
are those three things blemishes on D.I.'s? Because Boosie said on Vlad,
yeah,
he should have did that. He should have did that. He should have did that. When they asked him about the video.
yeah,
So we know he don't agree with that.
yeah.
And we gotta know. Like Boosie got shot in Texas. We don't know who shot Boosie. We never gonna know who shot Boosie. Why? Because Boosie ain't gonna say who shot Boosie. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm asking respectfully, with you telling on your cousin that's dead,
Yeah.
do the Crime Stoppers video,
Yeah.
and you take the stand in Ohio,
Facts.
and you the king of the South.
Okay. Ain't the street the myth though? Because I agree with again Troy Ave. Because that's what
cool.
we come back. That's what it comes back
But
to.
I'm asking, the standard that these gentlemen have, do you think Boosie
Ain't no
is gonna
standard.
still rock with it?
Ain't no standard. I don't think it's no standard. The reason why I don't think
This man was fighting a real murder case. Though.
yeah, that's the reason why I don't think it's a standard. Based on the fact that if anything has murder in it, there's some fugazi situations going on with it. Not even if you were in the right. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that happened before that murder happened that says you probably were a little bit at fault. But it's not what you
I think
know,
it was some
it's
jealousy.
what you
I think it
can
was some jealousy in Ohio with T.I. that time.
It most definitely
it was.
was.
It was a show he was doing. He probably had jewelry on. He probably was in something nice. You know what I'm saying? Riding right, tatted out, presidential.
Yeah,
And motherfuckers was feeling away.
facts.
You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you know, like I know back then, that trap music T.I. was a different T.I.
And it really wasn't no social media either. So
But then that's the gray area though.
okay,
Because as an artist, where did the legality start?
man, it don't
Because you
have
can
no
get sued all day long as a rapper.
pertaining to what though?
Anything.
Pertaining to
Anything.
Yeah, but
Anything.
that's
Listen
not
what my question is. You can get sued for anything, but you cannot make statements if you rap about gangster shit.
I ain't never really met no gangster who didn't say nothing.
I mean, Boosie didn't say nothing.
I know because he was protecting himself.
He rapped too though.
Everybody who the magnifying glass kind of came down on.
He rapped too though. You dig what I'm saying?
So then you can honestly say that he makes drill music too, because inside of his rap music there's drill. What I mean by that is he's telling about the murder. I'll look at it like this. Oh, first of all, I want to say this right here, man. Shout out to everybody who got up today and loved it. Shout out to everybody who's gonna, who accomplished shit today. And I can't start anything without putting out Hove's prayer. And I don't mean Hove like Hove, I mean Hove because that's, take it for what it is. Thank God for giving me this moment of clarity, this moment of honesty. Because, yeah, with that being said right there though, man, when you got Boosie not telling on his murder, why would you tell on your own murder? The good thing about it was, I think they even went at his music.
But Boosie didn't tell though. He didn't make no statement.
He didn't have nobody
So what
there
I'm saying is, we have an example of a nigga not saying nothing, but doing the same activity.
Right.
You're a rapper. Guess we've heard the streets are a myth, but what I'm seeing is some niggas have integrity and some niggas don't.
And that's period.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's period.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, okay, niggas don't beat the feds, but we just seen 42 Doug kind of beat him. He didn't get a whole bunch of goddamn time.
Shit.
We seen NBA Youngboy
did the same
he
thing.
beat the feds.
Fact.
So all I'm saying is sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up.
I'm not saying that ain't it. I'm saying, because look, here's my
You
personal
dig what I'm
belief.
saying? It's not cool. Hold on. It's not cool to put out an image of you started trap music. You got a trap fucking museum.
Bro,
You
here
dig
go
what
my,
I'm saying?
here go my
And
personal
then
take
you
on it.
say, I told on my cousin, but he dead though.
But people still gonna preserve life. Period. People still gonna preserve life. Whenever
But
you
why
got
are
somebody,
why are you glorifying the game if you ain't gonna play by the rules?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna say this again. I said this in the beginning, man. When we run this whole live back, again, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate the viewers right now.
Yeah.
I appreciate the likes, man. Look, when you talking about life, there's two things that's gonna happen, and I'm not talking about the snitch. I'm talking about the person who told, and I'm talking about the person who ain't gonna tell. One might be like, "What do you mean? One person snitch?" I'm gonna say it's a gray area. Even with Baby's brother, is anybody affected to the point to where their lives are threatened? And I don't agree with it. I want to say that right now. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, and I would not put myself in that position. Saying that, but the preservation of life is what people actually live by. When you put preservation of life in front of people's faces, they're gonna take the low end of the bargain and the high end of the bargain, and I feel like that's what people need to be measured by. Because
I don't think Bobby Smurda put the preservation of life.
And that's a rare case.
No, because Boosie, I just told you, Boosie did.
Yeah.
And then when C Murder went down,
he definitely did the same thing.
When BG went down, he ain't telling nobody. When Kodak Black went down, he ain't telling nobody.
I also said that this is a new generation.
My nigga, what I'm saying is
I'm about to be right back.
There's no instance where you just supposed to be telling. I don't give a fuck. You ain't supposed to say shit. For instance, if you at work and you see a coworker you can't stand doing shit they ain't supposed to be doing, you're not supposed to tell on your fucking coworker, man, because you be doing shit at work you ain't supposed to be doing. So it all boils back to mind your fucking business. It's not cool to get out here and clout chase, and I feel like that's what T.I. do, and I feel like the climate has now turned into you can tell. So now T.I. putting clips out about him admitting to telling. That's not cool. I don't understand that shit. That's not something that you can't glorify a lifestyle and then contradict yourself entirely.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the issue I got with T.I. You can't run around with motherfuckers that been in that life or you been in that life and you act like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You solid. And then you run around and saying, well, I got this dude stamping my brand, and then this dude stamping my brand, but I did do that. You can't be the gray area. You can't be the first person in the gray area and then think you official. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said,
I agree with that.
Boosie was facing the death penalty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't say nothing.
Possibly, what's the name? Could have been facing the death penalty. Oh no, I don't think so. That's different. I'm sorry. Pardon.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a fact.
So all I'm saying is, man, and you see it a lot of times in the street. You see motherfuckers that don't have no heart hanging with niggas that got all heart. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Running around with motherfuckers that's gonna run. I remember one time we at the art fair. No, we at the we was at the motherfucking whatever. We smoking weed in an arbor. The hash bash. We at the hash bash, right?
Yeah.
And we down in that motherfucker. We blowing bud like a motherfucker. It's motherfuckers everywhere and shit. So one dude run up on me. The dude I'm with take off running. The person that ran up on me was our cousin. Looked at me and said, "Man, that nigga's a bitch, man." You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait. How do you mean that? All right, so somebody ran up on you.
He ran up on me, tackled me. I wasn't looking.
And it was your cousin.
Yeah. And then when I turned around, he like, "Man, that nigga's a bitch." We laughed, dapped it up, kicked it for a minute. I slid.
The other nigga said that nigga's a bitch?
Nigga, our cousin.
So he tackled you and then said you a bitch?
He didn't tackle me like tackle me, nigga.
Oh, he pulled you like to...
Playing, man. Come on, man.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm trying to,
ain't no nigga
I'm trying to figure this out.
Ain't nobody fucking just tackling me, nigga.
I couldn't imagine that.
So what I'm saying is, motherfuckers don't show their true character until they think some shit finna go down when it's fight or flight time, or you just never know, because nothing might not go down, and that's a blessing for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's people that'll piggyback your bravery, your heart, your risk taking, and I see that shit is. I think that shit might be in T.I., man.
I think that T.I. is totally in the right.
I don't know, man. Not when you got three things against you. This is the latest thing, my nigga.
I think T.I.
This the latest thing.
T.I. is totally in the right.
Listen, my nigga.
Well, hold on. I didn't get to say why I feel like he's totally in the right.
Okay, let
The
me
reason
know.
why I feel like he's totally in the right because at the end of the day, he still has self-preservation there, and I'm pretty sure he's taking care of his cousin's family. I don't think that I don't think that nobody is harmed in the process. I don't agree when you're talking about street moniker. I don't agree with you telling, but I do believe in self-preservation. I don't believe in snitching. I think that if you tell on somebody and you out there and you doing the wrong thing and you do it with that person, you are that person.
But
so
you think he 100% in the right though?
I think that he's 60% in the right.
I thought you said 100, nigga.
No, I don't think he 100%. I think he in the right though. I think he's in the lane of the right because you still told. You definitely still told, but you didn't harm nobody.
God.
You didn't harm nobody.
Oh man, yeah, that shit is entertaining.
Because I don't agree with it. I want to make that.
That shit is entertaining.
Yeah, that shit. Come on,
shit
man.
is entertaining.
I want to make that known.
Man, listen.
I'm not agreeing with what he did because
Listen.
that's not some
Listen.
real gangster shit to do.
Listen.
When you say, hold on, gangster my right. When you say you a gangster, you can't say and do nothing.
What gangsters say they're gangsters though? That's why this shit is, like I said, I
That's
do
what I'm
agree
saying.
with Troy Ave. I do agree with Troy Ave. What did we say? It was
That's exactly
it was
what
a
we're
few
saying.
episodes ago we said
Yeah.
cats can get into this shit and just have bars. You can be from the hood. You don't have to rap about no gangster shit. You can just rap.
Shout out to that.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you start putting yourself in the box, now you got
You
certain
in the box.
rules to live by. This nigga has a museum about trapping. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. He has a museum. So that means you uphold the rules. Am I wrong?
Most of the trap niggas I've ever heard of, most of them told.
Right. I'm talking about, but if you're talking about this game and its purity,
Yeah. I don't agree with it, but most of them told.
that's not my question. My question is, if you're talking about this game,
Yeah.
you supposed to be upholding the
You
rules.
supposed to. I agree with you saying. You
Matter of fact, you said most of them told the El Chapo tell.
that right there is questionable because I do know this much right here. I know this part right here. I'm not saying you El Chapo. I wouldn't say that, but I do know, based on me knowing some people who, what I know is that sometimes people put people in places to take raps so that the bigger situation don't.
Did nigga, yes or no?
That's questionable.
The
Ain't
Big
nothing
Meech
in this
tell,
world.
the Big Meech tell,
His brother accidentally
the
did.
Big Meech tell.
His brother accidentally did.
The
So I'm
Big
looking
Meech-
at the side.
No,
I'm looking at
nigga,
the
I asked the
whole
question. No.
opposite shit.
The Big Meech tell.
His brother did. His brother and his auntie accidentally said something.
Man, you ain't answering the question.
I ain't saying Big Meech
Listen,
did. I'm saying
My point is, I said it earlier. Once you're in the game and you're playing it well enough, you live by them rules.
facts.
You can't play.
I agree with you.
You're gonna get knocked the fuck off.
Facts. You gonna get knocked off.
Or you're gonna be in protective custody or one of them fed joints where it's only rats.
I'm gonna give you a story real quick. I'm gonna give you a story about when we was young real quick, man. I'm gonna kick up some dust right fast, man.
Yeah.
And it's about the time that I ended up taking the stand. Did I take the stand and tell? No, I didn't take the stand.
You
stand
took
and
the
tell.
stand.
Yeah, I took the stand. Now, I'm gonna relate this back to Bosco 100 because he had went through the same thing, and I went through the same thing as well. I got into it outside. I was about to get in the scrap. Somebody took my hat off. My stepfather came out the house. My mom came out the house and said, "Get your ass in the house." My stepdad came down. He pulled me, and then we got in the house. I told my stepdad I wanted to go fight. He was like, "No, it's too many of them out there." Anyway, the police ended up coming, and due to the fact that I was a minor, I had to still go to the court case. When I got to the court case, people was telling me this, telling me that, telling me this, telling me that. But word to the homeboy VP, you know who you are. When I ended up getting on that stand, they asked me, and it's all in paperwork too. They was like, "Do you recognize anybody in here? Was anybody there when that happened?" I looked around, I seen him, and when I said what I said, he had a sigh of relief on his face. And my mom is the one who looked like, "You ain't saying nothing." But I said, "No, I don't recognize nobody in here. I don't see nobody in here that did anything wrong." And from that point on, I didn't have no problems in that neighborhood because I wasn't a telltale heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a telltale heart ass nigga. Plus, I didn't even want to take that stand. So some people might say this, "Oh, he took the stand." But what did he say when he took the stand? Because I'm gonna relate this back to Bosco 100. Bosco 100 was like, before I got into a gang, I was around when the situation happened, somebody ended up getting smoked. He did not tell on himself to tell on anybody to tell who what happened on that. His mom, just like me, we was down there at the same age when it happened. The nigga ended up getting burnt. His mom is the one who signed for him to have to go to court. He ended up going to court. They asked him what happened. And he said he ain't see nothing. You see what I'm saying? So I do understand a code of ethics out there. And I also do believe, too, things start to get tricky when you wording things a certain way. Because a person might look at me and be like, you took the stand and run with that. Boom, out of there. I might have to look at you and be like, nigga, look, raise the paperwork part. Here go my name, the last four of my social security number, and the people who are having to praise me for it due to the fact that I ain't telling them. So with that being said, I'm talking about literally, this is what happened a day after that. Me and them niggas was in a house cutting up slices of pie. And what I mean by slices of pie, okay, this is a weed legal state. We all had bud on us. But we was in there actually eating pizza because we all had, you know what I'm saying, did what we did, and we was eating pizza. You know what I'm saying? And we was all sharing each other pizza, talking about what happened previously that day, rejoicing in the fact that a nigga like me ain't no snitch. They ain't know that about my character until that happened.
But you ain't got no fucking museum.
It don't matter.
You ain't putting it
don't matter.
It do matter. You ain't
I'm
got
still a
fan,
person.
listen,
I'm
you ain't got
a person with
listen,
kids. I can get
you
smoked
ain't got
for
a
telling.
fan base out in this bitch.
That ain't got nothing to do
This
with
is my
nothing.
point though. You don't have a fan base where you perpetuating the message out to this motherfucker. Then you, when times get tight, you draw back.
Man, I did what he wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it to you like that. I did what he didn't do. So therefore, I'm saying it's gonna be those who stick to the G code and those who gonna find some loopholes to not stick to that G code. I'm saying T.I., he's an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Even though he making trap music, the nigga's still an entertainer. I can't go away from the thought process of Jay-Z saying it's only entertainment. It's only entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys out here, man, even though they rapping about this, that, like for instance,
if you facing a murder and you boost, you supposed to tell?
I ain't say nothing like that.
You said it's only entertainment.
No, I didn't. I just got done giving you a story about me not telling.
You just said it's only entertainment.
It's only entertainment.
So the murders that Boosie was facing was fake murders?
I ain't say that. I'm saying I'm not tied up in that and I don't agree with it, but self-preservation is going to be the first thing.
Lil Wayne went to prison and didn't tell.
I'm put it like this. I don't glorify these people.
Went to prison and didn't tell.
I don't glorify these people. All I'm saying is some people gonna say something and some people ain't. That's just period. It's gonna be a whole clique of niggas where everybody feel like they stand up. That nigga might be a shooter. But when it come down to it, that nigga still might tell. I'm saying when it come down to the come down, you ain't gonna know what somebody gonna do until it come down to that.
That's true. But I'm saying you can't glorify that shit unless you upholding the rules. You can't have no museum. You can't get on the goddamn stand. You can't make no motherfucking 1-800 video. And then to top it off, then you say, yeah, I did put a statement in there and tell on my dead cousin.
He's got standards. He's got standards.
Yeah.
He's gonna take the stand. Listen, man.
Like I said, Lil Wayne wear tight pants and went to prison.
What does tight pants
Martha
got to do with
Stewart
it?
took her lick.
What does tight pants got to do
Martha
with that?
Stewart.
Shout out to Martha because she ain't say shit.
Martha Stewart took her lick, man.
Shout out to Martha Stewart, man. She ain't say nothing, man. She ain't say nothing. Nah, man. I agree with you 100%, man. T.I., he definitely is. He got tattletale in his veins. I'm not mad at him for it because I ain't got nothing to do with it. But I definitely wouldn't do. Let me stop there. I definitely would do business with the guy, but I ain't doing like. Listen, man. Everybody's gangster shit is subjected to their own crowds. You know what I'm saying? So if you decide to go out of that, you must know something I don't know.
Do you think
I'm not doing
so?
that.
Is it a lane for them niggas now? Like this okay, we talked about Charleston White and him maneuvering his way into this is he an activist? Is he was supposed to be a Crip? You know what I'm saying? All this crazy shit is a mixture.
Right.
But now for us to know that he said he gonna call the police, and then you got Tekashi 6ix9ine. Should he be in the industry? Should he be able to go out and do tours and stuff? Is this the new climate?
Well, of course, it's the new climate, and people feel very comfortable in this climate due to the fact that they got a scapegoat. Because ultimately, that's what they're looking for when they doing shit.
So now
everybody want to live a luxurious lifestyle.
We living in the world of when it's acceptable non-integrity.
It's been that way, actually. It's been that way. It's just that a lot more people are doing it, and we see a lot more people doing it due to the fact that the social media is involved. We can pull paperwork parties out on anybody. You got 1090 Jake, who he specializes in pulling niggas' paperwork.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay, T.I. said his cousin died.
Right.
If your fingerprints ain't on the gun, why you just can't say it ain't your gun?
His fingerprints wasn't on the gun? What his lawyer tell him? He told him.
His lawyer told him to tell.
If he told, then they all go away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that T.I. was thinking more from a sense of self-preservation at his finest. He saw out. He saw that nobody would look at it as snitching, obviously, because he said it out loud. I even think that Baby's brother saw it that same way. And to be honest with you, again, I'm not doing that because I'm not putting myself in that position. But I don't look at somebody telling on a dead man as wrong, even because we don't even know if that dead man actually really did it. All we doing is giving you a statement, and that is snitching. Because if we get a statement,
and that's what we was talking about with with Jeezy talking about you can't buy all this with shit with street cred, and Nas talking about going legit.
Yeah.
The point of this shit is, if you are from the hood and you like rapping, just rap. Be J. Cole.
Yeah, but that ain't gonna happen for everybody.
No, listen. What I'm saying is, it needs to be a new direction.
It definitely needs to be a new direction.
Listen, it needs to be a new direction imprinted on these young niggas. Your older niggas need to stop being scared to talk to these young niggas.
Right. I feel like that's what I'm doing here.
This is what older niggas do. Oh man, I'm staying out the way. You was a bitch back then though. Listen, my nigga.
Yeah.
You was a bitch back then.
Yeah.
So we wasn't worried about you mentoring nobody. But when I hear all kind of niggas talking about they staying out the way, like, goddamn.
Man, I'm gonna say this just.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta have some niggas in the way.
Man, listen, bro.
Sometimes you gotta tell some young niggas, hey, you probably need to go to trade school. You might need to go to college. Hey, you got dope ass rap talent. Yeah. Just change your subject matter. You can turn anything into some music. You know what I'm saying?
There's people who are conscious of that though, Lou, and I think you absolutely right. There needs to be more people saying, nah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? It definitely does. And then more people need to be saying that to these youngsters, man, because ultimately when you're talking about drill rap, listen,
why don't cry, man?
Yeah, man.
Cry. Because he don't want to see these young niggas going through that shit.
The murder rate is high as fuck in the United States of America. You got murders that are happening in Oregon that were not happening at first. It's Oregon, my nigga. But
it's the music, the vibrations, the frequencies and shit. And that's why I'm saying, why are you starting your career off one way, then when you get the money, you want to not take your lick? I get it, but it ain't honorable. So now it's like, okay, you spend all this time perpetuating a lifestyle, but you don't hold up to your end of the bargain when shit get to hitting the fan.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But you want to fight Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't want to fight the case though. You want to fight Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. Shit crazy. But
I want to give a quick shout out real quick, man. Shout out to the homeboy Mo Grease, man. You in the chat right now, talking that shit right now. Shout out to you, man. Go check out Mo Grease's music. Yes, if you haven't already, man. Mo Grease is in there wetting up the comments right now, man. Bars and lifestyle are different things. That's real talk. Bars and lifestyle, two totally different things, man. Just because I say this all the time, I even had a conversation with him.
What is bars talking about?
Listen. I look at Nas as, even though he is, he's an I seen type of nigga. He rap from the point of view of I seen.
You think Nas telling?
No, what I'm saying is he's an I seen nigga, meaning like he's telling you in a coded way the way shit was happening around Left Rack and 40 side. You see what I'm saying? And then hold on. But wait. This is what I'm saying about Nas. And then Nas is also the nigga, not Nas. Somebody like Noriega is a nigga who I did. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's on record that Noriega did. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't do nothing to say I'm not a gangster. He did a lot of shit to say I am a gangster. You know what I'm saying? So the answer to talk about what you're saying, Mo, bars and lifestyle are two totally different things. I ain't saying that Nas didn't. All I'm saying is There's two types of
my
rappers.
nigga, what is these niggas rapping about in their bars? They
Today?
rap about gangster shit. No,
Nigga.
I'm talking about the two niggas you just talking about. Nori and Nas was both rapping about gangster shit. So neither one of them niggas is telling if they get arrested. Facts.
Yeah, but that's
We
all
talking about
entertainment, bro.
no, that's cool. But them niggas both was in the street.
Yeah, but nobody is gonna go arrest Nas because he coded all this shit. And let's be honest,
Right,
Nori was the
right.
hothead and he got arrested for his shit. Ain't nothing to tell.
Right. But did neither one of them tell
Yeah, Noriega said, yeah, I did that shit. My bad.
on somebody else?
No, that's what I'm saying to you.
Right.
I'm going from a positive point of.
And that's what I'm saying.
Noriega was
But
like, I did
both
that,
of
my
them,
bad.
Did both of them change their shit for some legit shit?
Oh man, you know.
So
Even the
that's-
snitches is trying.
That's what that's my point. Them two men they transmuted the energy into something different.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? T.I. has trended time after time for being ignorant.
That's
you can
T.I.
speak, that's cool. You can speak articulately, but after a while, when you can't hold on to the fucking image and it's falling apart, and then the snitch climate come, and then you want to be cloutish, and then throw a video out there because nobody threw this video out there.
Man, a couple people said this, man.
Nobody put the video out.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Come on, man.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. That's number
Scared
one.
to death, you're scared to look, you're shook.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And
All
then it's
I'm
only a
saying
moment.
is
It's only
tight pants Lil Wayne caught a gun case. Same thing like T.I. Nobody died, I guess, on the bus. You know what I'm saying? But he went to prison. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, man, I agree 100%. I also do understand.
And he ain't got a
this.
museum.
I understand this about Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is a self-preservation ass nigga, meaning he gonna operate from the greatest good. And we seen this nigga do this shit time and time again. Whether it was not telling on people, and whether it was parking niggas' thought processes on what we thought about people who were opposing him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know he might have spoke out about it, but he still was like, "That's my situation." You know what I'm saying? Don't really worry about it too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So, aside from T.I. telling everybody you telling, Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders, yes.
This is, man, I'm glad this happened. Because it shows that niggas can't be happy for niggas. So, Deion Sanders get a new job offer.
Right.
For one, you know niggas, they threw it out there, he got $5 million. He getting $5
Ain't
million.
that the same thing they did with Matt Hoffa?
Now listen, it's reported from ESPN that he was promised to get $29.5 million.
Facts.
He's brought attention to the HBCUs.
Facts.
He's brought attention to the athletics. He's donated money. But people are still mad that he went to Colorado to go coach. Now, we're not talking about a rinky-dink nigga that didn't have no good career. We're talking about the legendary two-sport playing
Deion Sanders.
prime time.
Yes, sir. It's a lot of niggas that got named after prime time in every single hood or suburban in America based on the fact that they were talented. Let's move on with that. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the issue with niggas not being happy for niggas when opportunity come their way?
Niggas hate niggas.
Man.
We want the winner on our side, and as soon as the winner decide to step away to go do their own thing, all of a sudden now, since you ain't with me, you against me. And that's the mentality, that's the crab in the barrel mentality that a lot of people got out there that I feel like is very faulty to our black humane society, man. Once we let go of that, I think we'll be a better people. But as of now, man, listen, man, it's hard to say, man, because if you there helping the people, man, it's gonna be people who got their hands open, needy, looking for you at all costs. Whether it's a girl saying I need my rent pay, or a little kid talking about some put me in the game. You know what I'm saying? At a certain time, man, you gotta just kind of like keep absorbing the game so you can get in the game yourself and get your rent paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was already there. He was there. What did you learn? You know what I'm saying?
He brought so much attention to HBCUs.
Yeah.
As a single person, you know, he probably had a team, you know, of people that helped, you know, market it and put it on the pedestal the right way. But we have to remember, man, nobody is telling Jim Harbaugh to go coach at nowhere in the HBCU.
And shout out to Michigan right now. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know he's not black. I get it.
Yeah.
But the owners of the fucking HBCUs ain't black either. You dig what I'm saying?
Man,
so,
I was heartbroken when I first learned how that came up.
So my thing is, if you're not mad at the owners of HBCUs, why you mad at Deion for coming, bringing attention, making it cool to be in the environment of HBCU, whether it's Howard, Spelman, Bethune-Cookman, you know what I'm saying? But making it cool to do it, you mad because he go chase a bag.
Man, listen, at the end of the day, man, y'all not his kids. You know who his kids is? The two sons that he's raising. I think he probably got more, but the two sons he's raising trying to put in the school. He went to Colorado, right?
Who?
Sanders.
I don't know where the fuck he went to school.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he went to Colorado. He's about to start coaching over there for 5
years. My favorite
years.
player is Kobe Bryant, man.
I think he went to Colorado. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he went to, whether it's on the comment section down here in the live or in the comment section when this goes up. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he went to Colorado. He's got a $5 million payout going towards him. So I can't even say he's chasing the bag due to the fact that I'm pretty sure he's got more than $5 million. But $5 million seems very cohesive to his lifestyle right now.
Man,
I'm pretty sure he's not getting paid $5 million.
This is Deion's the best cornerback to play in the NFL.
He needs about a good
this
$20 million.
Listen,
coach,
family,
baby.
Listen, family. This man is accustomed to being paid with no salary cap coming from the MLB. You dig what I'm saying? Come on, man. You can't get that man.
That's
Deion
Deion Sanders.
He ain't got no little money, man.
It's Deion Sanders.
Come on, man.
Man, you gotta let him roam.
Motherfuckers be acting like motherfuckers got the kind of money they got.
You gotta let him roam.
They be, I got $87. Deion only got $87. Deion ain't got fucking $87, man. Let that man be great, man.
Yes,
Let
sir.
that man go get a NCAA championship. He not gonna get one at Morehouse. Coach,
shout out to Morehouse though, man. We ain't hating on none of y'all.
but shit, man, they ain't getting no 5-star recruits like that yet, man.
Yeah.
Shit. And hopefully they get some more. Maybe Deion gonna come back. He might come back because shit, it's money everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to the parents to help guide their kids to some of these schools too. Y'all don't even be wanting y'all kids to go to community college, man. Y'all niggas be wanting y'all kids to.
Man, y'all better put some of y'all retarded ass kids in trade schools or something, man. Stop it, man. Put them where they need to be. Man. And I ain't saying they need to be retarded to go to, because some of the smartest people I ever met came from trade schools. But
yeah, I went to trade school.
Business school, trade schools, them are my top. I look for them people because they understand the infrastructure and they understand the business. I look for them. And to be honest with y'all, some of y'all that went to the universities be dumb as shit, but I ain't saying nothing because some of y'all be smart too. All I'm saying is, man, put y'all kids where they need to be and where you can afford it. It's kind of like living within your means. Not kind of, it is. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't put your kids where you can't afford it, man. Put them where the best place for them to be. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And if that means you got to skew the metric, you got to motherfucking change the information to get them through that motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
But you don't never hate on the person that can improve. You know what I'm saying? Especially with kids. Kids got clean slates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, motherfuckers hate on their kids too. People be jealous of their kids.
Hater.
People be jealous of their kids. You think they jealous of Deion Sanders? Motherfuckers be jealous of their son.
Their own kid, man.
Come on, man.
I already understand that part, man. That shit crazy.
That's the problem, man. Like it's more tradition to be a hater, man. It's more tradition to be a hater.
They say negativity spreads fast.
Man. Yeah, so we was talking about U of M too, man. Who you think finna get this game? Is it TCU or is it U of M?
I gotta be honest, man. I
watched a couple TCU games and
I gotta see some game tape with them, man. Because when I was looking, they play at a very high pace, and that line and the pace is what's gonna control the game.
TCU played at a high pace.
Yeah.
Dog. They had 2 classic games this year against Kansas State.
Yeah.
2 classic games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They split the games 1-1, but
yeah,
obviously because you know TCU just lost to motherfucking Kansas State last week.
Yeah.
But I think that Michigan got to watch out because these motherfuckers is kind of fast.
They're not playing.
They're not playing at all, man. So shout out to the whole Michigan team, man. Shout out to Edwards coming of age and before our eyes. Shout out to McCarthy coming of age before our eyes. And the craziest thing I seen today on the internet, man, was Styles P saying that Drake should have corrected 21 Savage when he said what he said about Nas. And it wasn't crazy because, you know, somebody was saying it, but you really don't hear too much from Styles P. Styles be in the cut, chilling. You know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
to Styles P. Styles P is, I would say, today's actually like normal activist. What I mean by that is
Yeah.
like it's not he's trying to be that. It's that he just is that he lives in that. Whenever he sees things going good, he's celebrating it.
Yeah.
When he sees things going wrong, he calls it out. I even got to look at the situation between him and Trick back in the day. He was sticking up for his man, and he was sticking up for himself. That the big hearts right there could possibly get you in trouble sometimes. But that's love, though. They still bands, and I ain't saying it like that. All I'm saying
And that's what we talking about with that bravery.
Yeah.
You're lucky to have a motherfucker that ain't taking off on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a person that's gonna stay there and rock with you through the hard times. You know what I'm saying?
So not only did he stick up, you know what I'm saying, for some retarded shit back in the day.
Yeah.
I will call it retarded because it was kids, but he also saw probably about like 4 to 6 months ago, there was a girl outside, out in Yonkers. I think it was either in Yonkers or it was out in, I want to say Chelsea, New York City. There was a girl who got slammed by the police and he came right to her aid. Like, yo, that's a girl. Like, it didn't blow up crazy, but it got national news because that's Styles P. And he came right to her aid. Like, yo, calm that shit. He was ready to fight the police, my nigga. And we already know what police will do to you if you black. So
yeah, man. Shout out to Styles P, man. Like I respected what he was saying because it was coming from a genuine place. It was him saying that you know, Drake should have told him like, nah, that's our OG.
Facts.
Saying that
Facts.
21 Savage ain't no lyricist. You know what I'm saying? So what you do is something different, but we're both in music.
Yeah.
But what I do is on the path of lyricism. And it comes from a lineage of lyricists. Nas being one of those predecessors. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Still active, that put 4 joints out in the last year and a half. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, man.
Nas is a GOAT. He's very relevant.
Come on, man.
Ain't nothing nobody can say. Man.
Who put out that many joints, though?
Matter of fact, that's like me, because they ain't dropped in a second. That's like me saying that Styles P and the Locks ain't relevant. They super fucking relevant.
I mean, Jada just dropped the dog ass album. You know, I love that shit. That motherfucking that shit he had Days Loaf on. That shit he had there's a few other motherfuckers. I ain't listened to it in a minute, but you know, they keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Jada had some shit on there.
Yeah.
And then I mean, of course, they always ready for some battling shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, them the motherfucking Locks. But Styles don't be saying too much. He don't impede on motherfuckers' opinions too much.
He the necessary guy.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But niggas be forgetting, like, you wouldn't be able to do what you doing if it wasn't for Nas, Rakim, Jay-Z,
KRS-One,
Big Cool Herc, Run DMC, NWA. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be like who relevant and who not. It's a different time. What if you was out back then when there wasn't no internet? Would you have sold like you're selling now?
And them niggas was selling more.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, it was a tougher arena. Nowadays, you can get streams. Nigga ain't even gotta buy your shit.
Yeah.
But if I stream your shit every day, all day, and it's 300 motherfucking
The
million
niggas you
people like
talking
it,
about,
you getting paid.
The niggas you talking about getting streamed on G fucking P because they got that core audience, man.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still on this 21 Savage. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I listen to J. Cole. We got 21 on this shit. I listen to a host of other artists that feature 21. I listen to some of 21 shit, but I'm definitely gonna go back and listen to some of that old Nas. I'm listening to some of that new Nas. I'm listening to some of that new Jay-Z with his wife, the Carter shit. You know, listen to some of that old Jay-Z with the Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers have tenure. You're not even in the game, but maybe 10 years, and you're talking about who relevant.
And I'm gonna say this too,
Shit
man.
crazy,
and just to add on to that, because he comes from that same generation, and I'm using this right here as a gauge. So I'm gonna show the people here on live first. If you see that right there. Y'all can get that in y'all collective memory. Now take that and multiply that by all the older rappers that even came before his time. You see what I'm saying? All right, so you see who that is. All right, so now I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I'm a big G Unit fan, and I've been off of Lloyd Banks for a while. What I mean by that is I'm a big Lloyd Banks fan, but I've been kind of disappointed every now and again in of what I've been hearing from him. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just one listener. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I will say is I still go back and I contribute to some of these stats because when I'm working out, I put this on. When I'm thinking about some bread, he got some mindset money that can get you a bag or two. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just it right there.
Mm-hmm.
I had to again, man. Shout out to G Unit. Shout out to Mike West. That was one of his engineers right there. But this nigga has, when it comes to streams, this nigga got 106.3 million streams. A
That's
month.
last year.
No, a month.
A month?
16 million listeners a month.
No, I think that's from last year. I think that's the year totals.
That might be the year total you saying?
No, I'm saying I think that's everybody's Spotify. Yeah, I think that's everybody's Spotify.
Okay.
I've seen a few artists putting that up. Well, I think that's their year totals. But still, he don't drop.
He don't drop, man.
That nigga don't drop.
Dog. And we ain't about to
do you see how many motherfucking streams he got for a nigga that don't fucking 106 million?
Ferrari F50, maybe one
That
rich
shit
boy.
crazy.
Hey, shout out to
That
Banks,
shit crazy,
man.
man. That
Shout out to
shit
AO2,
crazy,
man.
Shout out to G Unit, man.
Yeah, man, that shit fucked me up, man, because I was like, damn.
But you gotta think though, 50 work hard, man. You know what I'm saying? And even with the shows he got out, motherfuckers is still gonna go, because he keeping the G Unit brand in people's minds.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, it don't have to be the music. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And like you said, when something is out there and it's already on a platform for you to go listen to and you paying for it, you're gonna listen to it.
You're gonna listen to that.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to AZ sometimes. You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
Not saying AZ ain't no A-list rapper or something like that, but
Shit.
he not
an A-list, but I know
he
you're
not
getting
in 21 Savage's opinion relevant. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
Nas ain't relevant, then AZ can't be relevant. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas is making money off this rap shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes your opinion don't fucking matter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. For sure. I want to take this time right here, man. If you got any daughters, even sons, man, if anybody's missing in your family, man, I just want to say, man, I pray that you get them back. But I wanted to take this time to do this as well. Her name is Samaya Noodley. I was actually at my brother's house the other day, and I seen this on his door to his apartment. So if anybody is in the Washtenaw County area, Wayne County, anywhere around that area, man, just, you know what I'm saying, if you've seen this little girl right here, just report her to the authorities, man. See who you seen her with, all that good stuff right there, man. And just, let's try to get this little girl back. The number for you to call is 734-794-6930. Again, man, we just, we promote peace, non-violence, but we just talk about all the shit that is going on here in the world. So, you know what I'm saying? It's only entertainment. But that's not entertainment right there. Take that part serious, man.
Yeah, man. So, what else you got, G? I know you got some hot topics going on.
I got a couple things here. One of the things I also wanted to talk about was business.
Okay.
Owning your own business or going into partnerships with people and how important it is to do things not just as a one person, one man band, but as a unit. It's very important to do that.
You go fast by yourself, you go far with a team.
Yes, sir. So I remember back when I was younger, and I still have trouble with this. I'm a very prideful person, and I don't like to tell people when I'm sitting in trouble or in trauma and stuff like that. So back then, when I was a kid, one of my friends had said, "Damn, bro, you don't never like to tell no, you don't never like to ask for help."
Yeah.
And ever since I was young, I said to myself, like, "Damn, he right. I gotta fix myself to ask for help." I'm the type of person who
No, nobody's had to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody should have to feel like they got anxiety or something so bad they can't ask for help.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I definitely understand that this comes with my anxiety issues as a child.
Yeah.
To ask for help, to me, you know, and I know it's not like this all the time, but sometimes when you're asking for help, you just feel like you're a burden on people. And sometimes you're not a burden on people, man, especially if you've been doing right by people. So
Right.
it's not. So you get where I'm going?
Yeah. Only time you're not supposed to ask is never a time you're not supposed to ask, man. You know what I'm saying? I have to learn that. You know, I got real bad anxiety issues, and even working with coworkers who you barely know, and you at a new company or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to be able to ask for help. You have to be teachable. And that's what we got to teach the young kids at a younger age. You know what I'm saying? That way it becomes natural for them to be able to extend, their voice out there to be heard, to get help.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like we came up in an era where it wasn't cool to be smart.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
I want to kind of tie this into Vezo a little bit. I was looking at an Iceware Vezo conversation he was having on the 85 South show, and he was just talking about how artists, and we see it, and also the industry sees it as well. We have to kind of link with each other to kind of, to put Michigan on a bigger platform, to make this Motor City again. It's still Motor City. We've already went through what LA's went through as far as like all the robberies when people come out here and stuff like that. It's been on a more of a, it came before the social media age, but you've been hearing about little shit here and there.
Yeah.
But we've already been through that LA part, you know what I'm saying? And Detroit is the Motor City. They try to move the Motor City to Atlanta, but this will always be the Motor City. The pedestal we have to put each other on, you know what I'm saying, is bigger than us. We all have our time within each other's time. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times we see people say, I want to be that guy. And this is one thing he touched on is when people have a time period, they want to be that guy. They don't want to pass the rock.
Right.
Sometimes you got to pass the rock to get that bitch back, to dunk that bitch.
Right.
Sometimes you got to be the guy who you just got done dunking it and being out of bounds to pass it to somebody else who got more breath than you.
Man, shout out to T Grizzly. I feel like he one of them cats that does that. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? I feel like T Grizzly, he comes on the scene, does his thing, make his bread, and then fall back for the next artist to do their thing.
That's a big fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, just watching these other regions know how to play off each other.
Yeah.
And now seeing, Detroit be able to do it.
Shout out to Atlanta.
Because I remember it was, and I mean, even with this, like the Queen Najas and the...
Yeah. I just now realized she was from out here.
Yeah, and the Nisha and the Shays.
Shout out to Nisha and the Shay, shout out to Queen Naja.
And, coming from a Metro Detroit area, not inside the city, you know what I'm saying? Something like, how Atlanta's set up. But at the same time,
it's the same out there, I'm hearing.
At the same time, seeing those kind of artists pop before a lot of other artists pop, you know what I'm saying, even with the PLs, you know what I'm saying, and him not being from the city, you dig what I'm saying? But now the city artists are popping, and that's what it always needed to be. You dig what I'm saying? Like the attention was gonna come when the city artists began to pop, and it was, we had the Big Seans, we had the Eminems, we had, you know what I'm saying, but now that you have, you know what I'm saying, you have the cats that came up in the projects, or the cats that came up in the fucked up neighborhoods, or, R&P the Rock, the cats that came up in like spots like Brightmoor, you know what I'm saying? Like the fucked up trenches, Iceware Vezos, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucking Babyface Rays, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Days Low, she did her thing, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like an avalanche of those, artists, and when niggas go down in the city, man, you can get fly, you can have your jewelry on, you can do all that. You gotta be in certain areas, you gotta have your thing, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta really worry about getting ran down on and shit like that. So I agree with you when you say, like, we not on that California time, that LA time, I should say, where niggas is, you shining, niggas gotta take that from you.
And there's no disrespect to California, because I definitely understand that y'all also doing that to people inside of LA as well.
But niggas always down the area, you know what I'm saying? So I wanna put that out there, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas Yeah, niggas get killed in Michigan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a dark cloud over this boy.
Yeah,
Don't
but
get it
niggas
twisted.
don't just, oh, let me take your shit.
Mm-hmm.
It don't be that kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? You can, whatever you work hard for is your shit.
Yeah, let's get some money.
It's more of a hustler type of environment. You know what I'm saying? Than let me take your shit type of environment. And then we have job growth in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty. It's plentiful when it comes to employment in this motherfucker. And there's nothing wrong with having a job. Like I said, motherfuckers don't have to go into any arena being a gangster. Like, that can be who you were. You know what I'm saying? But if you know how to manipulate your situation, say you get into rap music, you don't see Tory Lanez from the hood, that motherfucker don't be on no singing about killing niggas. He ain't tell though. He ain't said shit about Meg.
He ain't said nothing, man.
He making the fucking police do their job.
Nothing.
You dig what I'm saying?
Hey,
so it's about how you approach shit, man.
He got caught up, I think, on 8 new charges.
I don't know what Tory Lanez got caught up on lately.
And he just got dropped from the previous ones.
Man.
That shit crazy, but
Man.
yeah, but no. Real talk though, like, you know what I'm saying. People ain't just like telling out there. You know, the real ones ain't telling like that, man. And it is not about.
If you doing some wild shit, if you on some R. Kelly shit, then
yeah,
you deserve to be in jail.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? If you wilding out like that, but yeah, if you if you a motherfucker that you just like, it's a saying that goes, man. Now take your lick. Don't be on no tipster shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Take your lick. But if you a motherfucker that's in the game, you gotta live by the rules, dog. It just is what it is. Because if you at work or if you working for somebody, or if you trust it with something, integrity go a long way. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what you got to tell your kids. You gotta, whatever you do, you gotta be accountable for what you did. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your part is in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I made the big fuss about, you know, because, you know, T.I. one of my favorite artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you hear a motherfucker speaking so articulately, it make you think this motherfucker is bursting some shit. Like, you got some morals.
Fact.
But you playing. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, that's the shit that's like, damn, like, you too? You know what I'm saying? Like, you too?
I'm on the, and here go the thing, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. Even in the business world, ain't no such thing as the fence. But I'm on the fence when it comes to T.I. due to the fact that, like, I don't know. I look at it as only entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, he is a gangster rapper. He's came out with so much trap music that you'll be an idiot to not say, oh, T.I. did. He had, like you said, his own museum. It's just hard for me. It's hard for me personally to put anything on that due to the fact that
right before I heard this, I was just listening to T.I. and one of the lines he just said, not just said, but he said, I'm a 7-time felon. What you doing with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're glorifying the fact that you do crimes and get caught.
Yeah.
You can't get the tag as a felon unless you get caught. You understand what I'm saying?
But he's still a felon though.
You still got caught. You're glorifying getting caught. You're showing one side of this shit, but then when the shit hit the fan, you know what I'm saying? You want to tuck your tail.
I can't say that he did that. I can't describe it like that. Like, cause nothing ever comes out that you could say cut and dry. You could say it said that way, cause it actually is. Cause at the end of the day, he did tell. If you ever want to, by definition, say that T.I. is a snitch, you actually can say that. Technically, by design, T.I. is a snitch. You see what I'm saying? But is everybody going to agree with the fact that, number one, he's a gangster? And then number two, is they going to agree with the fact that if he told on his cousin, is that if that's passed away, is that actually snitching? When I've been going through social media accounts, seeing whether or not that's something that people really think about as snitching or not, and this is the reason why I look at, well, maybe the game has changed, or maybe people have gotten more direct with what they feel at heart. Because I feel like me personally at heart, I feel like it's not snitching because somebody's dying and nobody's being affected by it. But I could also look at the remainder of that situation. That could put everybody else at risk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you are actually by design still telling, and you gave a statement in in reaction to something that could possibly put you away. You told on somebody else who that actually could affect if they were alive. Again, that person passed away. Rest in peace to his cousin. I don't know. The irony of this is this too, because I was watching AK. Academics kind of react to it too. I'm always interested in what he had to say. Academics was reacting to it, and he had said to himself, because T.I. said it, oh, my cousin told me to tell.
And that's what I'm saying. That shit too convenient, man.
How do you mean a dead man told you to tell?
That's when you're listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you conveniently get the okay to tell like that man know he was finna die?
I don't believe that part.
Hey, if I ever die, you could tell.
Yeah, I just
Get
don't.
the fuck outta here,
I can't bring myself to
Get the
believe
fuck
that
outta
part.
here, man. But yeah, man, fuck all that too. What about your boy Roddy Ricch getting sued?
Roddy Ricch getting sued
about the box, man.
How? What do you mean?
Man, Roddy Ricch getting sued about the box, man.
What did he do?
According to TMZ and court documents, Rowdy and his producer 30 Rock, Atlanta Records, and others are being sued by artist Greg Perry, who claims Rowdy and Co. took certain key elements of his 1975 song, Come On Down, Get Your Head Out the Clouds, and dropped them on him in the box without permission. Perry says the similarities are unmistakably and claims the musicology expert clearly and convincingly shows the two tracks share similar melody, form, and structure. Here we go right now. We're going to play a little bit of Come On Down.
Don't play it too much. We don't want to get... All right. Damn.
Take what you will from it. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But it often happens. You know what I'm saying? I remember when it was a local artist out here, Stretch Money.
Yeah.
Had Take Money to Make Money. And I think that was a Frankie Beverly and Maze.
It definitely was, and that was clear.
And he did not get clearance, and they sued the shit out of him. They played that song so much, he could have got rich locally and never had to do shit else.
Now, here goes
so
the thing.
You always have to get that clearance.
Based on them waiting all this time to do so, I think that was employed by them to hurry up. And they knew what it was. What they did was they clocked how much money he possibly could have made off of it. And now they're about to sue the pants off of him. And rightfully so. I don't agree with it, but business is business. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, if you don't got your business straight with certain things, man, politics as usual. Period. Like, I even look at Stretch Money. I was looking at Vezo say the same thing a little bit earlier on the 85 South show. He was saying the same thing. He was like, you know, at one time, Stretch Money was the biggest rapper in Detroit. And I didn't realize how big he was. I just knew he was my favorite rapper from Detroit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for other people to say that, some of the bigger artists nowadays to say that about Stretch Money, like, but you ain't have your business together, man. These are the consequences that you face. You gotta have your business together, man. Make sure you're getting trademarks. Make sure you're getting your LLCs together. Make sure you get your BMIs together. Everything that come along with that.
If you got an INC,
yeah,
just
man.
make sure you're doing
working so hard to get sued. That's not the way. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And then Sweetie denies dissing Quavo and Lil Baby on Don't Say Nothing.
I mean, she pulled from somewhere. Let's keep it real, man. Even my baby mama took one of my songs and was like, "Are you talking about me?" And to be honest with you, I wasn't just talking about her. I was talking about a multitude of women. Man. I just put it all in one instance. Yes, I was talking about you, but not all of it was about you. So I gotta say, that's you full of shit. Because you are a rapper, you gonna pull from somewhere. So you full of shit on that, sweetie.
Man. Young Dolph's $20,000 donation to the Fire Duke baristas turned into mural. Young Dolph's $20,000 donation he gave to Duke University baristas has been forever memorialized with a vibrant mural in Miami, Florida. Brittany Brown and Kevin Simons had been previously employed at Duke University, location at John Van Gogh in North Carolina back in 2018, where but were abruptly fired after their manager caught them playing Young Dolph's Get Paid in the coffee shop. I know y'all remember that.
Yeah.
The situation reached the ears of the paper route empire leader who flew them out to Miami, Rolling Loud in 2018, and gifted each of them with 20,000. That's 40 bands during his performance. The moment has now been turned into a mural, and numerous fans have stopped by to flex their cash and pay their respects to the fallen rapper who was gunned down in his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee last November. R.I.P. to Young Dolph.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The artwork depicts the late rapper gifting the baristas the stack of cash paired with his famous onstage quote, "I know for a fact that VP getting money, but he ain't getting money like Dolph."
I say.
R.I.P. to Dolph, man. That's dope, man. They turned that into a mural. One moment in hip hop, made to forever. You know what I'm saying? That's dope as fuck. Then you see Future just announced a tour too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he just announced a tour. It's called One Big Party. He got some special guests on that joint. On Tuesday, December 7th, the Atlanta hitmaker announced One Big Party, his first headlining track in more than 3 years. The joint looks to be a brief one with only 6 shows. I don't know how that's fucking tour.
Well, shit, that's about to sell out. You gotta think, man, that's Future.
Yeah.
Future is one of the most world-renowned artists that we got right now, man, and yeah, 6 shows. What he gonna do is it's probably like a proud to pay kind of thing. Niggas probably about to pay like $1,000 to go sit down over there.
Man, motherfuckers pay $1,000 to go see Future. They crazy as
I mean, they just did it with Chris Brown to go backstage. I can see this kind of stuff like being a big thing now because now they can hit big licks in small amounts of time.
All right, let me ask you this. But before I ask you this, this is something I did not know. This is something I did not know. Oh, won't let me get access. So, fuck it. Let me ask you this. So DJ Quick says that he deserves the respect that Dr. Dre get.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So you saying DJ Quick done put out enough music and hits like Dr. Dre to get Dr. Dre respect?
I ain't saying that.
So
I ain't saying that.
So,
but I am saying that. I'm saying it like this.
Okay.
DJ Quick is a quiet storm type nigga.
Okay.
So like, DJ Quick has always worked behind the scene. Is not like been like how do you say this? Just like a bad boy. Just like shouldn't I say that? You don't want niggas all in your videos dancing this, that, and the other. That's DJ Quick for you. Like he's been so much behind the scene on different people's music that.
So you think Dr. Dre been dancing in your videos?
Especially from what Tupac said, yeah. Especially from what Tupac said, because if Tupac would have never said this, I would have said no. They saying that Dre has not really been making beats. That's number one. He's been getting beats from certain people, and since they're signed to Death Row under his section, he's putting them out as Dre did it. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't the only producer that does that.
I'm not saying that. I'm only going straight to DJ Quick versus Dr. Dre.
Right.
So yeah, I want to say.
So DJ Quick should have did the same thing. He worked at Death Row too.
The good thing about it is that he get that's another thing he said. He said Death Row did not pay him.
That's his fault. Why you ain't getting your money?
You're right. They didn't pay him, and that's what you get for being too fucking humble. You can't be that humble, man. You gotta sit there, man. You gotta exert some dominance in this world, man. It's one thing G. Perico said on Back to Fig the other night, man. He said, tough times don't last, tough people do. Even though he didn't make that quote, he said hard people don't last, hard times don't last, hard people do. And that's the fact of life, man. You cannot sit there and wonder why you ain't getting your just due if you ain't speaking up. Because closed mouths don't get fed. And to that arithmetic, that answers your math problem right there. You didn't get your just due because you didn't open your fucking mouth. If you did some shit, go make sure you put your name all over it. You know what I'm saying? I still don't even know what Basquiat look like, but I know what his artwork looks like. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know what Basquiat artwork looks like. I don't know what the fuck he... Matter of fact, I think Jay-Z is Basquiat now. I know he's not really Basquiat, but he done took on that image so much to where I know where to look for what it looks like to be a Basquiat.
Jay paint pictures though. Jay paint pictures. I can't be mad at that. Hey, I gotta give some people their flowers real quick.
What up, though?
If you don't mind. Okay. Best hip hop producers in 2022 nominations. Alchemist, who you have to give your flowers to.
That's one of my favorite producers.
For him to been in the game this long says a lot.
Yep.
About production.
Yep.
So shout out to Alchemist. ATL Jacob. The next producer.
Yeah.
One of the new ones. ATL Jacob. What
Yeah.
you feeling about his vibe?
I never heard of ATL Jacob.
He got a few joints out there, man.
What up though? Talk to me about it.
He I've been blowing.
ATL Jacob. My bad, ATL Jacob. It's no diss to you. It's just that this is a cusp time. You know what I'm saying? People are flushing out.
They say he did
other
some
people
joints
flushing
for
in.
Babyface Ray.
Shout out to Baby. I probably heard a lot of your
He
shit.
did some joints for Glorilla.
Oh yeah. I definitely heard your shit then. I just didn't hear you.
You done heard his shit.
Yeah.
I just can't just tell you that shit off the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Off the top of his head.
And those are two big trending artists right now, so I definitely know.
This is another motherfucking surprise. A Harry Fraud.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So Harry Fraud is also nominated. Hit Boy, but I mean, come on, man. You know Hit Boy was gonna be nominated.
I want to get back
Nas got a Grammy, don't they?
I want to get back to Hit Boy.
Him
I'm
and
gonna
Nas-
go
he
back
got
to
a
Hit.
Grammy, right?
Yeah, they got. I think they got a couple.
No, I think
Hit Boy got
I
a
only
couple.
think they got one Grammy last year.
Okay. No. Okay.
But I don't know. He
I
did,
thought Hit Boy-
did
Hit
some
Boy
other
got more.
production for a lot of
Yeah.
new artists too.
Now I want to go back to Harry Fraud right quick. Says you got potential. I could be your sponsor. That right there. No. Oh, that French
Baller-
Montana.
I mean, what's that? That shot caller?
That shot caller by French Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, that boy changed the game with that.
Yeah. French he didn't have a consistent career though.
Yeah,
He didn't have a consistent career.
To me, it is crazy because it runs through their veins. French is like the new Fat Joe. Like he'll stick his head out and just have a hit once or twice a year, and then stick his head back in, and then you just gotta keep giving him his just due. Because French Montana, he like a B+ artist. You know what I'm saying? I would call him an A+ artist. You know what I'm saying? But he not. The way things are relevant nowadays, it's not so much. But when he stick his head out, he stuck his head out. Man, what's that shit he got with the Shrimmers? It's not really done. This crossed him over. Why not? That right there. Maybe y'all can get where I'm going with that one. But the one he got with the Shrimmers, man, that crossover record right there, man. If you've ever heard that, like on a late night beach, or you've been in a club or something like that, when it's just chicks just acting like they foaming at the mouth at the nigga they like, bro. That nigga French Montana, bro. French Montana. I just wanted to say that right quick. Shout out to Harry
French make
Fraud
good
because
music, man.
he
He like,
pushed him
you
over
know
the
what?
edge.
He kind of like.
I
I'm
ain't
not
wanna
say
stick
he
with
like
that.
Rick Ross, but him and Rick don't get the credit they deserve a little bit. I'm not huge Rick Ross and French Montana fans, but they're consistent in what they do. So shout out to Rick Ross and shout out to French Montana and Harry Fraud. Congratulations on the nomination. Also, the last producer, Metro Boomin. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we done heard Metro Boomin for the last, I don't know how many years. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I do want to say, shout out to Jay-Z awarding $40,000 scholarships, Rock Nation School of Music student. Jay is granting the wish of another young adult who's looking to continue that path to higher learning at Rock Nation, the School of Music at Long Island University. The student,
Queens Boulevard.
Samaka, announced on Twitter recently that she's received $40,000 in scholarships to attend the school, which had apparently been her dream. Samaka thanked Hov and his wife Beyonce for the kind gesture while celebrating being the first black woman from Toronto, Canada to enroll.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for my tuition being paid, she tweeted. I love at Beyonce and Jay-Z. Honored to be the first black woman from Toronto to be accepted into Jay-Z's School of Music. According to her acceptance letter, Samaka, an aspiring singer and rapper, will be taking courses in the university's vocal performance BM program in the spring of 2023. She also received $10,000 Excellence Award from Rock Nation School. Live The LIU experience with over 280,000 alumni worldwide in demand majors access to prominent internship placements and successful careers. Samaka's acceptance letter read, Shark Nation has over 30 Division I teams, state-of-the-art exercise, esports facilities, access to CEOs and leaders in the industry, a vibrant campus, life filled with opportunities to expand your social and professional networks. Jay-Z joined forces with LIU in April 2020 to open the Rock Nation School of Music, Sports, and Entertainment. The school is located in Brooklyn, New York, and gives students an opportunity to pursue undergraduate degree in programs in music technology, entrepreneurship, sports management, and more. Partnership and vision alongside LIU President Dr. Klein is a true investment in our community and young people in Brooklyn and in New York City and beyond. Rock Nation CEO Desiree Perez said in a statement about the partnership with LIU, she added, we are excited that Rock Nation School of Music, Sports, and Entertainment will be provided unique insight, knowledge, and experience for students and introduce the world to the next generation of unmatched talent. The school has been growing exponentially with several big name celebrities in entertainment industry joining the staff. The latest addition was Jay-Z's longtime engineer, Young Guru, who serves as Director of Music, Technology, Entrepreneurship, and Program Production. So shout out to that young lady, and shout out to all the kids aspiring to do something with their lives other than drill music.
Man, shout out to Astoria, Queens, man. Shout out to Long Island University, man. That's a beautiful school right there. So much diversity there for them to pick a Toronto native. That's a blessing right there. That says a whole lot.
And to be the first black woman from Toronto.
Yeah, that's a lot of
man, that's
right
big
there,
right there.
And
That's big for her. It's
yeah.
probably especially big for her family too. Especially big for her family.
Yeah, man, they say that they don't give back, but I'm always hearing and seeing it. See, that's the relevance that right there that I want to bask in, because they're definitely Jay-Z is definitely very relevant, whether it's through music or him giving back. Obviously, Beyonce she could drop right now, and then her shit gonna go platinum over the next week or so. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Carter family, man. That's
just that black excellence, man. Yeah, you don't hear about those things all the time. Everybody want to throw the stuff that's in the tabloids out there. Yeah, they don't want to talk about the real life.
And that's that togetherness that I wanted to talk about, man. Where we connecting dots with each other to where whether either you picking somebody up or you being pulled up, whether you appreciating the person you pulling up and you appreciating the person that's pulling you up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an effort both ways. You know what I'm saying? It's work. It's gonna be work all the time. You can't just sit around and expect somebody to do something for you. You got to put that work in.
And faith without works is dead.
Exactly. I was talking to J.O. about that earlier. Speaking of J.O., if you need your haircut and you in the Washtenaw County area, holla at J.O. The link will be in the description box to where you can find him at if you need your haircut.
Or you can take this number down, 734-363-0062. Again, 734-363-0062. Also, if you need graphics, if you need mastering, you can also call J.O. and he'll get you together. Blood and Mary Entertainment, again, 734-363-0062.
Yes, sir. Yep. Shout out to my boy J.O., man. It's my brother. I got this right here I wanted to speak about real quick. And shout out to the fuck nigga.
What?
Yeah, shout out to the fuck nigga, man.
What?
The person who killed Takeoff.
Oh yeah.
Gotta talk about that a little bit. Patrick Clark.
What, he got beat his first night in jail?
No, he didn't get. I don't know yet. That hasn't came out. But and shout out to these guys too.
Condolences to the family.
Condolences, man. So a part. How can I say this? Yeah. A part of the bond that they're trying to get for the Clark guy, DJ Clark. I call him DJ Clark, not Clark Kent to be confused, but. They put stipulations on him or who he can be with and who he can't be around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, he has not even been bonded or whatever out of jail yet. Obviously, they got to put up the money plus equity to get him out, and due to the fact that he cannot provide that for himself, Jay Prince Jr. has went on to try to get his name removed from that list of article of people who should not be on that list of who he can't get to bind him out or he can't be around, excuse me. Mm-hmm. So I see the ploy right there. I want to internalize it, but I will still say this right here. I don't know what happened that night. They said it was an accident. Even the police commissioner said it was an accident. Mm-hmm. But still, somebody was drunk. Somebody was caught in the middle and they passed away. And I still believe that you decided to drink as a grown man and you decided to have your pistol as a grown man. So therefore,
to up that motherfucker.
Yeah,
man.
There's no reason why a grown man who has a pistol should be drinking. That's number one. If you know that you are subjected to something in a night where it's, people must be protected, there's no reason why you should have your gun on you, because even if you are a licensed carrier, you still can make a foolish decision, and in this night, we ended up losing takeoff. So, as a man who understands that you gotta use your discernment, I understand that the liquor was probably in you, and you was trying to, defend yourself, and in that event, you ended up shooting takeoff. I'm gonna give you that as the bare minimum. We still ended up losing takeoff, and you still discharged your pistol. You shouldn't have been the guy who had been holding the pistol if you're gonna be drinking. It's like drinking and driving. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's worse. Yeah. As much as I'm gonna equate that to drinking and driving, I don't believe in none of that. You don't mix driving and drinking. You don't mix drinking and guns at all. Period. So you can say you wasn't there. I know that he was on camera holding a wine bottle. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I know in the state of Michigan, you can't have your pistol in the bars. You know what I'm saying? You can't have liquor in alcohol in your system. Yeah. If you shoot somebody or if you have an altercation, you know what I'm saying, and the pistol was involved and stuff like that. Yeah. But speaking on clips resurfacing, or if T.I. clip was resurfaced, I'm not sure. Who knows? Boosie, he resurfaced. You know what I'm saying, with the situation with him talking about Dwayne Wade's daughter.
Okay.
And we spoke on that, but I want to put that back out there again.
Okay.
When it's not your business, it's not your business. If a person feel like they want to change their body, they can change their body. Yeah. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that came back out, and in a time where some of these artists are pushing themselves, you don't need that negative publicity. And then for it to be self-inflicted, you don't need that. Sometimes your opinion needs to stay to yourself.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that Boosie needs to work on, because I'm rooting for him. Like I said, he ain't rap, but at the same time, sometimes your opinion ain't needed in certain situations.
That's a big fact.
I think that Dwayne Wade was looking for support when he put that out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was looking for people to tear him down.
That's a big fact.
Especially people that look like him. You know what I'm saying? So.
I want to say this right here, man. I gotta keep agreeing with you on that, man. It's just that's hard. That's a hard bargain to drive because it just ain't my business. I don't agree with it at all, but I still gotta look myself in the mirror and say, who am I? It's a lot of shit that people ain't you know what I'm saying? That people ain't really, you know what I'm saying? It's just not our business.
Right.
Somebody I got a case with me back in the day where I got in a car accident. I wasn't even a driver, but I still had drank a little bit, and people were like, "Well, you were the man in the house. You shouldn't have let that happen." So if you could take that, and you know what I mean, like a person can say that, and I could be like, "Damn, you right." Then I can still look at what Boosie's saying and say, "You right," but I can still look at Dwayne Wade and say, "Yeah, you right." So everybody supporting everybody, man, and just loving on their people. When it comes down to it, they looking out for the best interests of themselves, and I can't knock nobody for that.
Yeah. I think that, like I said, Dwayne Wade was looking for support from the community and not to be torn down or talked about for the decision he let his child make.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that we need to be more supportive and less, I guess, judgmental.
That's a big target, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a big
And
target.
have more moral standard and code certain times. Just rock like that.
Yep.
Yep.
With that being said, I just want to thank God for giving me this moment of clarity,
This moment of honesty.
so you can feel our truths. Man, shout out to all the greats out there. Shout out to the people who gonna be great. But we're gonna wrap this live up. Look for that demonstration clothing plus merch down in the description box. That JO situation will be down in the description box. If you need anything done as far as graphics, your haircut, all that kind of stuff, you got anything for them?
Yeah, hit up Peak Performance Property Maintenance and Home Improvement.
Yes.
At 734-548-2740. Again, Peak Performance Property Maintenance. Peace.
All the while we do it doggy style.